Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Let's Build Together, my survival series where your ideas get built here on this world. Speaking of building, I have made some changes towards starter house. First of all, back here I have made a little farm to get some food, but then I realized this wasn't enough, and we have a little hole here for the animals, aka just the cows, and they're very noisy, and you know, we might start some killing soon so we can have some meats on the belly. But those are the changes that I made to the starter house, and you know, some other changes up there. I don't know, I just decided to put some slabs up there because it's better like this with the free cam. I put some slabs here. I don't know which. I just saw it was too flat, and I was like, okay, let's put some slabs. Why not, right? And those were the changes that I made to the starter house. And also, you might have noticed that the first episode, you know, the last one, actually came out 1 month ago, which I apologize. You know, it was meant to be a more regularly post series, but you know, stuff happens, and I'm very new to this YouTube thing. I'm getting used to being pretty much the showman of the thing, you know. I always just work on the background of projects, and I'll never was the one to do everything by myself on a sole project, and it's hard. It's harder than it looks, and I'm trying to get used to it, and maybe with time we can have some episodes come out more regularly. But you know, for now, as I am getting used to making videos, and also I am putting my health first, you know, trying not to get sick while making them or burn out or something, they might come out, you know, once per month, and we might have some extra content on the side. I might make some different videos, I might make some live streams, but for now, Let's Build Together is meant to just come out episode per month, which, yeah, it's gonna have to work with this for a while. But you know, I'm hoping that putting a quality episode per month rather than, you know, rushing this and try to post every single day or every week might be the better choice in this scenario. So yeah, I'm hoping that at least you enjoyed the episode. And also, we got a lot of support on the first episode. We got like 100 and a little bit more like people watching the episode. I was like, wow, that is a lot of people. You know, it might sound a little bit, you know, a little bit tiny people, you know, because we are so used to like big numbers on YouTube and all that stuff, but 100 people is a lot. Try fitting 100 people in a room. It's not going to, you know, the room is going to become really little if you try to fit 100 people in a room. So thank you so much for the support and for the suggestions that were left in the comment section, and you know, overall, like, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving support on this silly thing that I do. And before we get to the good part of the episode, which is the build suggestion that I chosen for this episode, we are going to walk through a little list that I made for the things that I needed for this episode, and grind it for, you know, about 2 weeks, grinding, just non-stop grinding. And you know, a lot of things happened. For some reason, the 2 weeks that I was recording the footage and grinding, a lot of derp moments happened. So let's just roll the derp counter and go through the list of things that I did. First on my to-do list was mining. Got a ton of iron, found diamonds, almost died getting diamonds, found a natural gold squid farm, found a mineshaft, got greedy, almost died fusing a Minecraft file, only to die by a skeleton instead, which marked my first death on the series. By a mob, at least, because my actual first death was just me burning lava. Then I decided this was enough adrenaline for the day and went home. On to the next thing on the list, I needed a swift touch pickaxe to be able to grind the blocks that I needed for my next build. So our next stop was villagers. Walk about 1,000 blocks west from my base to find the nearest village in my house, set up some trades, got my first swift touch book, and watched some villagers sleep. Only to go home satisfied with my work to find another village that was actually much closer to my house. Reset my villagers, got mending, and officially 5 books. Everything was going good and well until I accidentally started a raid with Ravengers and Vexes, with only having an iron sword and an armor to my name. So long story short, now the second village is infested with raiders and I cannot go back there. There were also some derps behind the scenes, like how I just forgot to install the data packs on the world and only realized when I tried to use the House Handbook and it wasn't working. Deleted footage by accident, forgetting to record because I was too busy enjoying the music I put on to grind. No, that stuff. I really need ADHD medication. And after all the derpness, I can finally talk about the first build suggestion of the series, which is by no one other than my good friend Yu Mario. You might have seen me in one of his live streams, he's a VTuber. Before the series started, I actually asked around my friends for build suggestions, and aside from trying to, make me build crazy things, one of the first suggestions came from you. They asked me to build a crooked tower. Instead of making a boring old tower, I decided to spice it up by making a wizard tower full of crystals and magic, and inside of the build lives a mysterious wizard that tries to sell you magic crystals. I think the wizard has been living alone on the tower for far too long, man. But without further ado, rolling the time-lapse montage. So instead of just leaving you with the footage of little me building this whole thing, I decided to do a voiceover explaining my thought process when designing this build in particular. Just like my starter house, I wanted this build to feel and look like it was built with local materials because, well, it was. So spruce and stone were choosing to match the starter house. But also, I wanted to look like it's been there for a while, so I added mossy cobblestone to the mix and made the stone part of the tower feel like it's falling apart with misplaced blocks and holes. Later, I added moss to really bring in the feeling that this tower has existed for a while enough for the green to take over, but somehow still hasn't fallen even though it's crooked and old. The staircase inside the house are mismatched colors to show how old and decayed the wood is, and you can see some cobwebs inside too. But even though it's very old, it's still full of magic, so you can see crystals all around the build, and the more you get up, the bigger they become, since all the power is coming from the roof of the tower, where all the magic shenanigans are happening. Overall, for a build done by someone, aka me, who's still a beginner at building, I think it looks pretty good. And this build was inspired by my base on Dogcraft that I built in the short time that I play on the server, which, fortunately I had to stop playing that because health issues got in the way, but everyone there was such a sweetheart and I had fun getting out of my comfort zone. You could say this is the improved version of that base. I did have some unwanted pillagers up while building, but I took care of them pretty easily. And even had a visit from an older trader that just seemed to want to hang out while I build. with the outside of the build completed, we can move on to the real fun that is interior design, final details, and some good armor and magic. On the outside, I had some bushes, carpets, and amethyst block as a path to the entrance, kind of like an invitation to step in and see what's going on inside this old tower. I also added some moss carpets to the wall to really push that green outgrow look. On the inside, we got some candles and lanterns hanging from the ceiling with some purple glass panel. Upstairs, we have the storage room with some barrels and cobwebs. On top of that, we have the wizard's bedroom with a purple bed, some lighting, and a bookshelf with some books. On the next floor, we have the potion brewing room with bookshelves full of information about potions and magic, and of course, as any wizard could need, a cauldron with suspicious substances inside. And the final floor at the wizard hatch roof, we have the most magical room in the tower, and enchanting room, the place in the tower where all the magic is located, so the crystals here are extra overgrown, and they say you can taste the magic in your mouth when you enter the room, whatever that means. And for the final details, armor stand magic, yippee! If you don't know, this is the data pack from Vanilla Tweaks called Armor Statues. It lets you control armor stands and make the item frames invisible using this little book right here. If you want to learn how to use it, I'll leave a tutorial from the Armor Stand Pro, aka Zombie Cleo, in the description, along with a link to the Vanilla Tweaks website. Just be careful not to burn your armor stand like I did. And with those final details, the Wizard Crooked Tower is finally completed. Here we have the entrance where we can see our own and only wizard that is selling some magical crystals very suspiciously, but you know, if you want to buy some magic crystals that may or may not help you, you know the right place to come to. Upstairs on those crooked staircase, we have storage room, which is full of cobwebs, just kind of filthy. Honestly, just very, very dirty. But you know, we have a little bedroom with some books, some candles, and here we have my personal favorite one. Is the place where the potions get brewed, and especially on this cauldron that I put a little shovel to look like a big spoon. And it looks really cool. We have some ingredients on the floor, you know, here a book with some, you know, instructions on the table, and you know, some glass bottles, and of course the actual thing you make potions on Minecraft. And here, the room where you do all the enchanting. You know, it's very magical, it's full of crystals, you know, there's magic all around. And, you know, it really is a really cozy place, and we can actually do some enchanting here later if we wish to. And this is our wizard tower. We actually have a way to go to the roof. If you don't fall over, you can manage to go on top of it. And we can see the whole place we have here available to build, which is really nice. And there's my starter house. It's very tall, and I look extra nice up here. Okay, let me get down. Actually, I don't want to just jump, because I already have very little food. I don't want to waste the food that I have. I need a better food resource. We might be getting down the next episode. I don't know. I have some ideas. I read the comments. You know, I have a very specific suggestion that could help me with my food problem, so, you know, we might see. And it's getting nighttime, I need sleep. Okay, we might need sleep on the wizard's bed, I'm sorry, but, you know, I'm still in your bed, buddy. It's the nearest bed I have, so, you know, might get comfortable. It does smell weird, though. Okay. So with that, we are done with our build suggestion of this episode, and we only got, you know, 2 chest monsters here, so, you know, I guess I am organized, and I might meet more words later, because, you know, maybe with the next few builds, I'm gonna have a very big chest monster coming to take me. But, you know, I hope you enjoyed this you know, little episode. You know, I did work extra hard on it. Have been going through some, you know, some quite filthy health issues that I've been trying to battle through to get this episode done. So I hope it was enjoyable for anyone watching, and don't forget to leave your suggestions. Even if you left your suggestion on the first episode, you can still leave it on this second episode, and I might choose, twice if I don't have enough people. But, you can feel free to leave your suggestions regardless of the episode, and I might build them in the future. Don't worry, the suggestions from the first episode will be done eventually, and my goal is to do every single one of them if I can. So don't worry about it, yours will be done eventually. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Want the toy? Do you want the toy? Want the toy? What do you want? Hmm? What do you want? Do you want the toy? Do you want the toy? Got it! Got it! Got it! Got it! Get the toy! Get the toy! Get the toy! Do you want it? Do you want a toy? Do you want the toy or not? Come on, you can have it. Take it. Take the toy. Do you wanted the toy? Get the toy. There you go. Good puppy.